Hello Eagle Nation, and welcome to this episode of Season 8 of W-EPS The Beak. I'm Wyatt Paul. It's springtime here at EPS, and that means it's getting busy. As a result, staff members have been putting a lot of miles on our school transportation. Once those vehicles become a little too used and abused, it's time for something new. According to Superintendent Mike Brockhouse, EPS is currently adding some new vehicles to the Eagle fleet.
Currently, we have the new activity bus that we received in November, December, and we just received our new Jeep Wagoneer last Friday. It's basically like a Suburban, and we have another Suburban coming. Supposed to be here next month, and then the two big vans we traded off that new Suburban, so we'll have another Suburban as well. So we'll have kind of three Suburban type vehicles and the other minivans and buses.
Brockhouse explained that there are a number of reasons for these upgrades.
It's good to keep them updated because in the long run, if you keep them way too long, you end up putting more money into them. So it's nice to get newer vehicles. The two big vans have to be replaced because they're rated incorrectly. And they don't make big vans anymore. We tried, we looked, and so we're going the Suburban route. And staff like to drive Suburbans more than the big vans, especially in windy weather or ice and snow, that type of thing. But the buses, it's always good to rotate those. We get the new activity bus. The current activity bus is now a route bus, so we're able to keep everything rotation-wise and everything running well for our students and staff.
Because of the expense involved, any additional vehicles in the future will depend upon needs.
All vehicles are expensive nowadays. That's just the way of the world, and so hopefully, I don't know if they'll come down in the future, and we'll see what happens with the tariffs when those, the United States wants to put on those other countries and how that affects vehicles and other things we purchase on a day-to-day basis. Like I said, we'll be getting the new Suburban hopefully next month, and then the two vans, we traded in on the two vans for the new Suburban, and after that it's just a matter of what we believe needs to be replaced. Who knows, maybe the two minivans will be replaced in the near future. We don't know. It just depends on the rotation. It depends on what we feel, the school board and others feel that needs to be replaced.
However, if no expense were spared and Brockhouse had unlimited funds, he might add another vehicle.
Unlimited funds, dream transportation. I know I get asked about the big travel buses. I used to be in a private school, or not a private school, my prior school had a travel bus. So it was nice. I only rode it twice because it's only two times. It wasn't, they break down a lot. They're made for the interstate and going up and down. They're not made for the hills and so forth. But they're nice to have, though. They do take quite a bit to maintain, and they take another test or whatever you got to have to drive those types of things. But they are also much more expensive than the buses we currently have and purchase.
EPS students and staff also took some time to weigh in on the new vehicles.
Yes, it is a very nice vehicle.
Yes, I'm really excited. I think our school vans needed to be updated. I know I had to drive them a couple of times and they're uncomfortable to drive, blow around a lot in the wind. So I think these are more the vehicles we're used to driving in everyday life. So I think it's a good addition to the district.
Heck yeah.
I am excited about the new transportation because seeing how I have been driving the same school vans since 2010, they are no longer safe to drive and their windshield wipers are not very good.
I guess I don't use the transportation very often, so I'm not too excited about it, but if I ever have to ride in one, it will be nice to have a new vehicle.
No, because I won't be here.
No, because I'm not going to be able to experience it.
Sure, I'm excited. It's always fun to get new vehicles. I won't ever probably get to drive it because I won't be here next year, but that's okay. I'm excited.
Yeah.
An electric vehicle to save the environment.
I would definitely say a chartered bus along with a driver for every event, so I didn't have to drive to anything.
Each student want to get a micro Chinese car.
I would request that the school get the FFA chapter our very own nice luxury vans and or Cadillac Escalades to drive around, and also a personal FFA advisor pickup for me to drive around.
I guess it would be nice to have a charter bus for the long trips when the kids have a long way to go. But that would be with unlimited funds.
A charter bus, I guess, because it'd be really cool for the athletes to travel in, I guess.
A double-decker bus, because I want to be tall.
Unlimited funds, charter bus, just because those things are more comfortable.
A charter bus, because those are really nice.
Thank you, Mr. Brockhausen, EPS staff, and students for taking time to visit with us, and thank you for joining us today. Be sure to check out our newsletter, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and follow us on Instagram at W-EPS The Beak. On air, in print, in the know.